Homicide investigation leads police to a local park. What has APD searching Cheney Lake? Several protests this week, and the vice president weighs in. A look at how Alaska again plays a key role in the national health care debate. And the most important step is the first one. Why hundreds of people got up and moving in Anchorage today.
You're watching Alaska's high-definition news leader. This is KTVA 11 News First Take at 5.
Good evening, I'm Liz Raines in for Bonnie Bowman. A portion of Cheney Lake was closed earlier today as members of the Anchorage Fire Department's dive team helped police look for evidence in an ongoing murder investigation. Markers at different points on the water guided divers as they searched the bottom of the lake. It's been about 2 weeks since police arrested 27-year-old Randall Egu. He faces murder charges in connection with the death of 65-year-old Gregory Gill at the Aurora Paint Company on Arctic Boulevard. Egu is accused of stealing Gill's vehicle. He was chased to the lake before he jumped in the water. Neither police at the scene nor APD spokesperson would answer questions regarding today's search. It ended around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Well, if you have a job, you may soon have to pay a tax. Governor Bill Walker is calling for a tax on Alaska wages. He's proposing a 1.5% tax on earnings from both residents and non-residents, but there's a cap. Whatever the dividend is, times 2 is the maximum anyone will have to pay. Here's what that could mean for you. If you don't work, you don't pay anything. If you make $50,000 a year, you'd be on the hook for about $750, part of which you could offset with your dividend. And the cap kicks in around $150,000, meaning the max you'd pay in a year like this one is $2,200. So far, the proposal hasn't garnered enthusiasm from either end of the political spectrum.
I'd have to take a look at the full details of the bill, but out on the surface, it doesn't sound like something that is going to be fair for all Alaskans, and that's I think the bottom line.
You're not going to try to pull a fast one on anyone here. It's still a tax during a recession, and that's not acceptable.
The Commissioner of Revenue says he's avoided calling this measure an income tax because it only taxes wages, not retirement pensions or, say, income from property rentals. Lawmakers will debate the tax in a special session starting Monday, October 23rd. Well, economists agree Alaska is in a recession, but at least one part of the state is still growing. A new report by the Department of Labor shows the Mat-Su saw a steady increase in jobs in 2016, and its population grew by 3% compared to less than 1% here in Anchorage and throughout the state. The Mat-Su also ranks #1 when it comes to building new homes. In 2016, 44% of new units in the state went up in the valley. That's more than twice the amount in Anchorage. In 2015, the Mat-Su surpassed the Fairbanks North Star Borough to become Alaska's second largest city in terms of population. And that increase in population is part of the Mat-Su's key to a healthy economy, the Department of Labor says. A large percentage of residents still commute to other areas like Anchorage for work, where average wages are higher, but they spend those earnings in the valley on housing, goods, and other services. Well, it's been at the center of a heated national debate all week. The latest effort in Washington to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. All eyes are on Alaska as the Senate prepares for a vote as soon as next week. Today, a group of Alaskans gathered outside the offices of Senators Lisa Murkowski and Dan Sullivan downtown, urging the pair to oppose the latest proposal put forward by Senators Lindsey Graham and Bill Cassidy. On Tuesday, Governor Bill Walker joined 9 others in opposing the measure. Now the group says it's time for Murkowski and Sullivan to follow suit.
I think the senator's in town this weekend, and I hope she watches the news and sees all the support that folks have for opposing this.
Adding to the pressure, Vice President Mike Pence appeared on local radio shows Thursday, urging Alaska's conservative audiences to contact Sullivan and Murkowski in support of the bill.
We're going to be working hard through the whole weekend with your senators and with every member of the Senate who knows that we can do better than Obamacare, and we'd be grateful for anyone's support.
Now, today, the bid to undo the Affordable Care Act is on the verge of failing after 2 Republican senators have already come out against it. CBS's Mola Langhi is in Washington with the latest.
Once again, Senator John McCain may have killed the Republicans' effort to repeal and replace Obamacare. On Friday, he joined Kentucky Senator Rand Paul in opposing a health care bill sponsored by Senators Lindsey Graham and Bill Cassidy. In a statement, the Arizona Republican said, quote, "I cannot, in good conscience, vote for the Graham-Cassidy proposal. I believe we could do better working together, Republicans and Democrats." It was McCain who cast the deciding vote against the GOP's repeal and replace bill in July.
The Graham-Cassidy bill will fail if Republicans lose even one more vote. And the White House is now turning up the pressure on still undecided lawmakers.
For 7 years, I've been hearing repeal and replace.
At a Friday night rally in Alabama, President Trump chastised Senate Republicans.
I think they voted 61 times? Like 61 times to repeal and replace. They finally get a president who will sign the legislation, and they don't have the guts to vote for it.
The GOP has until September 30th to get a bill passed with only a simple majority. After that, it would take 60 votes. Mo Lulengi, CBS News, Washington.
Senator Lindsey Graham, the co-sponsor of the bill and a close friend of Senator John McCain, tweeted that he disagrees with McCain's decision, but says his friendship is based on the type of person McCain is, not how he votes. Well, heart disease and stroke kill thousands of people every single day. Today, hundreds in Anchorage spent the morning heart walking to help raise funds and save more lives. KTVA 11's Patrick Musanak was at the event at Delaney Park Strip. He joins us now from the newsroom. Patrick.
Liz, both the American Heart and Stroke Association say 80% of these deaths are preventable. Each step these walkers took today not only helped raise some much-needed funds, but also help improve the health of their own hearts.
3, 2, 1.
And off they go. Hundreds of heart walkers taking part in the 18th annual Healthy for Good Heart Walk at Delaney Park Strip, each one with a personal connection to both heart disease and stroke.
I'm walking for my Uncle Larry and my Aunt Sue, who are both currently surviving all of this.
Let's go! Heart walkers!
We're remembering our loved ones, that have passed away or are currently, going through this situation, so it's very heartwarming to us.
Let's go! Heart walkers!
The 5K walk also included a 1-mile survivors route, many of them with stories like Kenny Gill, who has a higher risk of stroke due to his atrial fibrillation condition, the disease he blames on his once sedentary lifestyle.
A lack of exercise, terrible diet, too much beer. And when I was in the hospital for 3 days, I had no one to blame but myself. It was all on me.
Gill says he's made a lot of lifestyle changes since then. Dropping 60 pounds was the first priority.
Changing how you eat, eating, chicken, fish, and a lot of green vegetables. Not drinking beer. Walking, getting out and doing exercise. Not living that sedentary lifestyle.
The American Heart Association is hoping to raise at least $250,000 for the day's event, money that will be used for research and community programs that has helped survivors in the past earn a second chance at life.
Oh, it's so important. I wouldn't be here. My family has a history of cardiomyopathy, and, I'm alive today much longer than my dad. He had a transplant and rejected, and I'm still here, so I'm so grateful.
Walkers raising their heartbeat one step at a time.
As a few minutes ago, almost $300,000 was raised today. Also, the American Heart Association and the American Stroke Association both have helpful tips on how you can improve your heart health. You can find that information on our website, ktva.com. Liz?
All right, thanks, Patrick. Well, another Anchorage tradition today to help keep kids warm. Today, the Salvation Army held their annual Coats for Kids giveaway. They handed out about 1,000 coats this year. They've held the event for more than 25 years. The coats were accepted at places like Kreiner's Burgers and Pies, and fireweed cleaners made sure they were all clean. But the warmth from the jackets isn't the only thing they hope people took away from the event.
We really want families to have a sense of hope, right? That somebody cares. There's so many difficulties not only in Anchorage, but in the world. And we want people to come today not just to get that warm coat, but we want them to understand that somebody cares.
If you missed today's giveaway, they say you can still check your local Salvation Army for help. There's also the Christmas giveaway later this year at the Sullivan Arena. Well, not a bad day today in Anchorage. I saw a few spots of blue in the sky today.
We did have some blue sky, and we're lucky we're not getting a whole lot of rain, but the rest of the region is seeing quite a few downpours. In fact, if you look at our satellite radar right now, Chenega, parts of the south central region really are going to see some downpours before it's all over. But you see the downsloping over Anchorage right now, so we have a lot of sky clouds over the skies and some scattered showers passing through, but let's go down and you can see from Chenega to Fox River and all along the windward sides of the mountain range quite a few downpours, some heavy, and they will continue through tonight. Also over southwestern Alaska from Bethel to Dillingham. Some more showers. Our temperatures on the mild side, pretty seasonable for this time of year. Fairbanks still in the 60s with 61 degrees. Ketchikan at 56, into the 30s on the north slope. More wet weather on the way. Temperatures remain mild, but we will see some clearing taking place by Monday. I'll have all the details coming up in the full weather forecast.
All right, thanks, Christina. Well, aftershocks in Mexico today as rescuers continue to search for survivors. Just how strong the continuing quakes are as crews climb through the rubble. And Puerto Rico is out from underneath Hurricane Maria, but some problems are just beginning for the island nation.
Weekends with KTVA 11 News is sponsored by Kendall Toyota of Anchorage. Let's start something great.
It's Toyota's end of season savings event. Your last chance to get a 2017 Toyota with special year-end savings,
including financing options as low as 0%, up to $3,500 in cash back, or special low payment leases.
Choose the new 2017 Corolla or Prius Liftback, both with outstanding MPG ratings. There's also special offers on all RAV4s, Highlanders, and Camrys. So hurry in because they're going fast. For full savings details, visit Kendall Toyota of Anchorage today. Toyota, let's go places.
The games are starting. Which one do you want to watch?
Oh, how should I know?
Could you help me out here? What?
Guys, may I?
Yeah.
Dish has something for this. Whoa.
Wow. Tennessee game's real close. Switch to that.
No. We can give you all of them. Look. Oh, that is great.
We got to do this again tomorrow.
Dish has the most college football with the SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, and Longhorn networks. And don't forget Sunday. Sign up now and get NFL Red Zone from NFL Network included at no extra charge. Dish, tuned into you.
Hurry in for our best PFD sale ever at the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery. The entire store is 40% off our original prices. You heard right, 40% off all American-made, legendary quality, comfortable Lazy Boy furniture. That's 40% off every Lazy Boy reclining sofa, recliner, leather sofa, and our super comfortable sleepers. Trusted Lazy Boy furniture can last a lifetime, and it can be yours now for 40% off. Our 40% off everything PFD sale ends October 9th. The Lazy Boy store in the University Center, Anchorage.
CBS Premiere Monday. Will you marry me? The world is waiting.
One moment, please.
And we'll have to wait a little longer.
Really? You're going to answer that right now?
Leonard, I don't want to be rude.
It's the return of TV's biggest comedy. Awesome! Followed by the premiere of TV's smartest little genius.
Why can't we watch DuckTales? We don't learn anything watching DuckTales. It's TV. We aren't supposed to learn.
Young Sheldon premieres right after the Big Bang season premieres. CBS Monday.
You're watching KTVA, the voice of Alaska. This is KTVA 11 News, first take at 5.
A 6.2 aftershock hit Mexico today and more tremors were felt. Rescuers are still searching for survivors trapped in rubble after Tuesday's devastating 7.1 earthquake. Dozens of people have been pulled to safety since then, but nearly 300 have been killed. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez has more.
Trapped under tons of debris for more than 24 hours. This was the moment rescuers first made contact with a woman named Paulina, her foot barely visible. Move your hands, the rescuer says. Can you hear me? There you are. The woman, a human resources worker, was at her office when the earthquake struck Tuesday. We'll get to you, he says. Hold on.
What did you hear down there?
I'm here. I'm here.
People saying, I'm here.
Yes.
Rodrigo Heredia Chia is one of the thousands of amateur search and rescue workers who have trained for this type of disaster.
People saying, I'm here.
Yes. It's shocking, Yeah, because it's not face to face. You just listen to somebody else somewhere on the middle of something. that is asking you.
Twice they had to leave Paulina for their own safety as the rubble became unsteady, making the space even tighter.
It's amazing to be there because you are 5 meters underground, between just smoke, just wood, just part of the building.
The rubble.
Yes, and you have a contact with the people that is over there, is breathing.
They had to burrow down 2 stories and then use cables to attempt to pull her to safety. Now wearing a hard hat, and 6 hours after they first found her, Paulina was rescued.
What does it represent for this country?
Hope.
Hope.
A breath. A spark on this darkness that today is in the city.
It may be hard to believe, but Paulina did not suffer major injuries. Of course, as the days go on, the hopes of finding more survivors diminish, but crews are not ready to give up just yet. Manuel Bajorquez, CBS News, Mexico City.
Meanwhile, Puerto Rico is facing long-term issues from the damage done by Hurricane Maria. The island nation is without power and could be for months. People have been using generators to power homes and businesses, but now parts of the country are running out of fuel as well. One resident says people are even turning against neighbors as supplies dry up.
Survival right now. So now, right now, if you were my friend before, you're not my friend right now. Because you're going to take the supplies I'm going to need for me and my family. So it's very hard.
So far, 6 deaths have been blamed on Maria, and about 15,000 people are in shelters. Well, last weekend we told you the dome would be undergoing a series of tests. We now have an update. We'll show you what it looks like this weekend when we come back. But first, here's Christina.
A break from the rain in Anchorage, but still some rain showers elsewhere as we near the halftime mark for daylight and nighttime hours. I'll let you know what you can expect. Right now, you can expect your sunrise at 7:49 with a sunset at 7:51. I'll be right back with that forecast. Stay with us.
Let's go. Have no fear. The geniuses are here.
Could have been worse.
Scorpion returns Monday, 10/9 Central.
They say money can't buy everything, but your permanent fund dividend can help you buy the luxury of sleep from the Ultimate Mattress Store. We carry the finest quality mattresses from Tempur-Pedic, Heirloom, and Kingsdown, and we can carefully match them with the best fully adjustable bases for ultimate luxury. We have once-a-year PFD pricing and up to 48 months interest-free terms. Invest your PFD in the luxury of sleep at the Ultimate Mattress Store, corner of New Seward and Benson.
Since 2008, 1/3 of Alaska's driving deaths have been attributed to drugs, and drug-related DUIs appear to be on the rise. But here's another number. 35 drug recognition experts are now working across Alaska to stop drug-impaired driving. Marijuana impairs reaction time. Maybe just enough to change your life forever. Drive high, get a DUI.
To err is human. To anticipate is the Lexus RX. With pedestrian detection, auto braking, and lane departure alert standard, experience another step closer to a safer world.
Lease the 2017 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
My dad.
From the Alaska Weather Center, here's meteorologist Christina Campbell.
Lots of raindrops over the Anchorage area today. Fortunately, we didn't get the heavy downpours that most of the South Central region received today, and they continue to see the heavy downpours. In fact, if you look at our satellite radar, we do have some heavy downpours over the Cheney area. Officially, we only received 0.17 of an inch over the Anchorage Bowl, but look at the heavy downpours moving through the south central region. You can see the downsloping really well as it stops from Anchorage to the leeward side of the mountain ranges, and then it picks up just on the other side of the inlet. And these are some pretty heavy downpours, creating some flash flooding in many spots. 51 degrees our current temperature with our winds northwest at 5 miles per hour. Our pressure currently falling, and the high today right about where we should be, 51 degrees, 52 is average, but not much of a difference from our overnight low, only 48 degrees, and that's pretty close to our high. So temperatures overnight a little on the mild side. And again, 0.17 of an inch of precipitation so far. It's not over. We still have some more rain showers to deal with before we start to see some clearing. Temperatures into the upper 40s for Eagle River, otherwise lower 50s across the Anchorage Bowl right now. Muldoon reporting 51 degrees, and also on the mild side for the entire south central region. In fact, Glen Allen at 59 just an hour ago. They were up to 60 degrees with a lot of sunshine. But as the rain falls over the south central region, temperatures in the lower to mid 50s. Soldotna at 57 degrees and Cordova reporting 54. Here's the big story. We have that low over the south central region. We'll continue to see that. It's not really losing any gusto behind it. High pressure building in. So that's going to try to eke in by tomorrow night. But the forecast is still calling for the entire southern half of the state to see some more wet weather. And then by Sunday, we'll start to see some clearing in the south central region with some more sun breaks moving back in by Monday. Another low builds into the southeast panhandle, so they don't even get a break from all the wet weather. It just continues. Very unsettled weather pattern. So more rain for the southeast. Highs there now dropping into the mid 60s. A few spots may see some 60s. Overnight, upper 40s expected, and even in the interior, some showers, spotty and scattered in nature, but they'll see those as well as some sun breaks with highs getting a little bit cooler. Mixture of rain and snow for the north slope as temperatures dip below freezing overnight and get into the 20s for a few spots. Some sun breaks for those coastal areas of over western Alaska, but the further inland you go, again, all that wet weather. They could see some showers in McGrath. Clearing up for the Alaska Peninsula, some needed sun breaks, but windy conditions continue overnight. St. Paul dips into the 30s. Kenai Peninsula, wish I could give you some more sunshine. Unfortunately, more wet weather in store, and that flood warning remains in effect until 1 o'clock on Monday. And that's from the Kenai River to Snow River, from Kenai Lake to Ski Lake, and wet weather for tomorrow also in the Prince William Sound and the Copper River Basin. Highs will be pushing 60 degrees for Glen Allen. Some gusty winds, a little on the windy side, but wet weather continues there. Overnight, though, temperatures above freezing. Mat-Su Valley also looking at some scattered showers and cloudy conditions. By tomorrow night, you could start to see some clearing. Daytime highs the upper 50s with 40s overnight. Anchorage tonight, some scattered showers mainly for Girdwood. If you're on the leeward side, you're not likely to see anything much more than sprinkles and maybe some light showers. It gets better. We finally see an end to all this rain, but not fully. We get some sun breaks, but scattered showers stick around at least through Wednesday and Thursday. By next weekend, it's likely we could finally start to clear up, get some nicer weather conditions. Temperatures still remain mild, so we still have some good stuff to look forward to this fall season.
Boy, am I glad to see the sunshine on that chart. Thanks so much, Christina.
Okay.
Well, last weekend we told you volunteers were helping to check the dome for tears, but today it's fully inflated. Now, the dome is not fixed yet. The owners said they'll go through a series of inflations and deflations as they test the structural integrity of the dome. Earlier this month, the owners said they hope to have the dome officially reopened by November 1st. I know a lot of athletes are looking forward to that.
We just like to see progress, right? And a great community effort to get the dome rebuilt there and to get it blown up. So it's just nice when you're driving by, see that thing. It would be nice to have it done for the Shriners game, which is coming up, kind of the all-star game for high school football. Because believe it or not, Liz, already week 7, and we're halfway through it. We'll get you caught up on what went down today, coming up next.
I was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
The best PFD mattress deals are at Sadler's. while they last. This queen-size pillow top set is just $555. That's less than half the original price. Save $1,000 on a Simmons Beauty Rest queen set, now only $799. And upgrade any queen set to an adjustable base for just $599 more. Save $300 on Sadler's queen-size bed in a box. Easy to take home and now only $249. The best PFD mattress deals. It's just another reason to step up to Sadler's.
When the wind is howling and the snow starts piling up, it's a great time to have a new Honda CR-V. Imagined with drivers in mind, the new CR-V has it all. Now with the advanced technology of Honda Sensing, a complete suite of dynamic safety features. Of course, the available heated seats are really great too. Come experience Honda's CR-V for yourself at your Alaska Honda dealers, including Continental Honda in Anchorage.
So I'm a little scared, I guess. My doctor told me it was time to get my first mammogram, and I wasn't prepared to do it. Like, I just don't know how it's all going to squish down. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
It went a lot faster than I thought it would.
Not even painful, just pressure.
It's a little different to have somebody you don't know, like manhandling your boobs and pushing them in all different directions. But yeah, I would say absolutely, go get it done.
KTVA 11 Sports with John Thompson.
Well, if you can believe it, fall officially here. So is Week 7 of Alaska Prep football across the state. You got playoff implications, also conference titles up for grabs. Well, here in East Anchorage, a big flag football contest. Dave Laval had the call on GCI Channel 907, and he has the recap.
West Anchorage knew the stakes as it took the field here today at East High School. Win and remain perfect in the Cook Inlet Conference and take a step closer to the conference regular season crown and the #1 seed in the upcoming CIC tournament. Isabella Roberts did more than her share. 2 touchdown catches, a third on the ground, part of a 3-touchdown performance that accounted for more than 200 yards on the day. West moves to 10-0 on the season and remains in first place in the Cook Inlet Conference. At East Anchorage High School, Dave Laval, KTVA 11 Sports.
Well, East played them tough. 25-18 was your final. 4 more games for the Eagles as they look to wrap up the CIC crown, and they will wrap up the season playing host to Diamond on October 7th. Let's go to the Gents. West invading #1 in the CIC East. 0-0 at the half. Very sloppy. 5 turnovers in the first between both teams. But first possession of the second. 4th and goal to give to Julian Baker. Pretty much untouched into the end zone. 7-0 East. We're going to fast forward to the 4th quarter. Up 13-0. Jason Dustin with the fake handoff goes deep. A wide open Eli Turvey able to bring it in, and that dude takes it home. 2-point conversion is good. 21-0 East. But #1Eagle not out yet. Quentin Pilcher, he doesn't like what he sees here, so he's going to do it himself. Handle that business. Would he get? Yes. To the pylon. The touchdown, the West would pull within 2 scores, but the reigning state champions a little too strong today. 28-14 East over West. The Thunderbirds are your Cook Inlet Conference champions. Hey, history made on the peninsula. Palmer punching a ticket to the playoffs, 35-8 with a win over Kenai. Also, head coach Rod Christensen's 151st career win. He is now the winningest coach in Alaska football history, passing the legendary Buck Nystrom. So High also securing a playoff spot. They top Eagle River 42-8. That's the 56th straight win for the Stars, second longest active win streak in the nation. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, North Pole looking for a conference victory, their first one at Juneau. You got a couple CIC matchups, South at Diamond, Bartlett at Service, 7 o'clock. And then Chugiak looking to stay unbeaten. They head out to Wasilla for a rail belt matchup. We'll have the finals for you at 10. Oktoberfest run to end homelessness today. Lisa Anglin and Chavin Davidson, the top finishers in the 5K race. You had Karen Kirk and Grant Stevenson top times in the 10K. All profits benefit Beans Cafe and Brother Francis Shelter. And finally, the 2018 Iditarod will see a reduced purse, roughly $200,000 less than 2017, according to Iditarod CEO Stan Hooley. It's Rule 11 of this year's rule book, stating the purse will be roughly $500,000. Highest percentages going to places 1 through 20, with $1,049 for places 21 through the last finisher. And we did catch up with Hooley last night.
We are like a lot of other organizations. We're struggling a little bit right now in these tough economic times, and we need to make sure that we get healthier as an organization financially. Yeah, Iditarod will go on forever. At some point in time, we'll be able to restore that prize money to better levels than what it looks like it must be this year.
All right, that does it for us. We'll see you tonight at 10.